Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. If you remember what happened last time, you're doing better than me. If you didn't, well then, oh well, you know? Oh well. So what did we do last time? Well, we started up our brand new game, and then we came here. You know, we were pretty far away from spawn, over 500 or over 4,000 blocks away. And we are starting our brand new life with our brand new crops and our brand new good things. And yeah, you know? And yeah. I've decided that my first task is probably go down here a little bit, you know? Explore a little bit, get some good ore. Got really lucky with the sunken ships to get a bunch of iron. But I know that I can't depend on that because iron is expensive. Like, I'm going to need iron all the time at every time. And that makes me know just how expensive iron is. I do realize that I'm doing something very dumb and foolish at this moment, and it's called going into here without that's the word. A shield. For some reason I've decided to enter this mine without a shield. And I know that's stupid. And I don't know why I'm doing it. But it's okay for now. We're not too far. We're not going too deep at the moment. That's what she said. It's just random caves. We did see earlier that there was a mine shaft. I think that direction? Somewhere away from the town. So we'll be able to touch up that. Look at it, it's nighttime. It's already time to go. Wah wah. So I've been reading books recently. I know, big surprise. Oh, you're a nerd? Oh, you read books? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I am. What do you, Megan? You know, fuck you, Megan. No one likes you. Maybe that's why Marcus ain't dating you, you know? You're a judgmental bitch. But I digress. I was reading books earlier, and it came to my conclusion, or I came to a realization as to why I hate the ending of books. And you know, it could be the generic, oh, I hate ending books because I like continuing to read with my favorite characters, blah blah blah. But it's not entirely that, you know? Because I like the ending of a book as much as anyone else. If it's a satisfying ending, I will be satisfied. If it is an unsatisfying ending, I will not be satisfied. Pretty simple. Just like me. And I've been getting all these books and I've been reading them and I've been trying to enjoy them. You know? I've certainly been trying to enjoy them. Cheap. And I've come to realize why I hate the ending of books. Even my favorite books all seem to make the same mistake. You know, I finished at least so many books in this last year. Like from start to finish, I finished them. And hell, there was this one book that I've been reading. It's called The Boxer, not Spawn, and it's great. I enjoy it. It's got a good story. It's got good everything. It's enjoyable. But the ending is awful. I mean, the ending hits us kind of how we expect the ending to be, you know? The guy eventually does whatever and succeeds or calms down or does this, that, the other thing, you know? It's the ending we wanted. It's not that it was the ending that we wanted that's awful. The awful thing is that authors keep trying to push so much information, you know, closing arc, a closing thing for so many characters, for so many things in one chapter. That's the reason. You know? Because I looked at the ending, and it's just a cluster of just little panels of all these, oh, this has been closed up. Oh, hey, this is what's going to happen. This stuff. And it doesn't have the space to do so. It's trying to close all these doors on everything, but there's only there's not very much space to do that. Right? There's not that much space to even do that. Where it's perfectly fine. It's just very annoying. And it's not bad, I was saying, the authors are able to get the main points across. Everyone gets their ending. It's just too much stuff in one chapter. That becomes a big issue. Because, the author could have been amazing about pacing, amazing about this, that, or the other thing, about the entire story, and then the ending is just a cluster of different sets of information. It's like, it throws off the entire feel of the book, right? Because the author would have, chapters and chapters to set up this, that, and the other thing, It'd have chapters, hello Moo, welcome. Would have chapters to set up endeavors and climaxes and solve such endeavors and climaxes. But then it tries to make a clear-cut end to every single or most of the characters in a book on the same chapter. It's like, that's not how the game gets played, It feels rushed and unpolished, And I've seen rushed and unpolished books. I've seen rushed and unpolished endings on books. They're not fun. They look awful. And it's infuriating to see good books get tarnished by their ending. It's not fun. I don't like it. I'm talking about books in general. There was no specific book. I've finished many books this year, all the way through to the end, as I was saying, and they all of them could have great setups, great premises, great stories, great build-up, great climaxes, great payoffs to those stories, and then the ending just ruins it. It kills them because they're just improper, It's just improper. An ill-fitting ending. It's like having a puzzle piece to a different jigsaw puzzle and saying, this fits in with my horse. This race car piece is going to fit well with my horse. It doesn't work. And anyone who says it does is lying. But either way, I digress. It's personal gripes. It only hit me when I was thinking back to one of the stories that I've finished reading. It's like, maybe that's why. Welcome, weird name. I'm talking about my sadness about how authors have to rush out their endings into one chapter where I'm talking about how authors have to rush out their endings into one chapter. Well, the rest of their story can have multiple chapters to broach any specific topic, and how rushing out all that ending into one chapter is egregious and it does not do any book justice. It makes sense, you know, the last chapter is the chapter to finish up and close off loose ends, but it's like, does it really have to be the last chapter that does that? Could you not start doing that at a chapter third to last, giving you 3 chapters to, you know, properly close off, properly finish off parts of the story? You know, it just gets infuriating, because I was talking about earlier, I was reading this book called The Boxer, not sponsored, and it's a good book, good setup, good characters, good everything, at least by my opinion, by my entertainment. And the last chapter, the last chapter does everything we want, you know? It closes off the loose ends, ties up the things that have happened in a nice, neat little bow. The issue is that the bow is meant for a little girl's princess party and not, you know, that kind of game. It's just aggravating, you know? Just aggravating. I didn't like it. Like, I liked the ending because it was a decent ending, but I didn't like it. And I'm a very judgmental person, especially about things that I like. How you doing today, Weird Moon? Moo Balloon? How you guys doing today? Hopefully everyone's doing hunky-dory and not as insane as I am. Or as judgmental about such a petty little thing that I am. Don't have any. I need a cat to live under there. I know that there's a... Kind of. I don't... As I was saying, I don't like how compressed into one chapter it is, right? And it's not just The Boxer. I've had multiple books that I've read this year with the exact same issue. They have so much of a world of expansive world that they have to tie up all the loose ends, and you know, even if they don't tie up all the loose ends, they have to tie up the story at the end of the book, and they try and do it all in one chapter. And it's just, you can't fit it all in one chapter, man. You can certainly try. Well, it could have had a good, you know, 2 chapters to end properly. A good 2 or 3 chapters, you know? Ah, yes, sodden cunts over there. Get off. Get off me rear. What's with all those heckin' skeletons? Nice. How's it going, Slither? I have to think about what you said. Could have 20 chapters. The last chapter is one that is. Something like that, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't say spreaded. I mean, yeah, I would say spreaded. You know, I would definitely say that the last chapter in those books deserved to have more of a proper closure. You know, more proper closing. The skeleton. I hear ya. They were improperly ended, in my opinion, you know? And I will be judgmental about that fact for a long time. Bone that. Feet. And make do with this for now. Let's see. That hurts. Okay. We're actually doing pretty good so far, you know? Our farms are growing, and we're looking pretty hunky-dory. At least that's what I can see for now. Hunky-dory. That's such a weird word, hunky-dory. Grant! I'm kidding. Let's see. But yeah, hunky-dory is such a word. Like, it's kind of like gumbo in the sense that you want to say it, but it's also really dumb. I don't know if I'm being smart or dumb. I'm gonna be smart. I am going to be smart. I'm going to not go over there and get myself killed. I'm learning. Maybe. I could very well have been. I mean, I talk a lot about a lot of things. I definitely talk a lot about a lot of things, so I could very well have been the person talking about jobs and school. Also just generally a judgmental fuckhead, but you know, we don't like to talk about that. People don't get to see it's a joke half the time. Sheep. Could very well have been me, yeah. Probably died in that world. This is good. Yeah, I'm gonna be a rubber rock at this point. Be bouncing off people's heads, telling them to kill themselves. I don't know. I don't know where that came from, honestly. I have a weird thought about fake laughter. You know, everyone hates fake laughter. It's usually, especially if it's like polite fake laughter, where it's being done not because something's funny or something's not funny, but because it's socially polite. It's like even worse. But I find that when I do fake laughter, like purposefully, like intensively fake laughter, I end up actually laughing because of just how absurd the fake laughter is. It's a very, very interesting situation. This is a very dangerous. These caves are going to be my nemesis. I don't like these caves. Like, what happened to the simplistic, you know, you dig into the earth and you get a simple cave design, you know? What happened to my simple cave design? No, you have to deal with heckin' stupid caves. What? No, you're weird, you're wrong. One and one equals one and one, which would also equal two if you were to add it together, but it's usually two different things, you know? It would not equal 11. I get the thing you're thinking, but you could also say 1 plus 1 equals window. Get it? You know, there's 1 plus 1 equals, And that equals a window. I don't know how to show that. I don't know what these things are saying. I'm lost. I've lost the plot. I don't have friends, so, you know, no one can make awkward laughter to me. Yeah. Take it, bit. That's good. That's good. Happy to see we're all sad and lonely. Remember my nickname? The saddest man alive? The sad of the Mississippi? I can't believe he hasn't killed himself. That's a lot of nicknames to remember. Honestly, you're doing pretty good. TNTT. I do not fake laugh. Well, actually, no, I do. I think, maybe. It's really hard to tell if I fake laugh because I don't know what my fake laugh is. You know, that is my conundrum. Like if I force it out, I can do a fake laugh, like you know, that kind of stuff. I don't laugh like that. I promise. But, you know, I don't know what a fake laugh is from my side. Like, I went through a big phase where I laughed without a sound, and then I got self-conscious about that, so I started trying to make sound when I laugh. And now I don't know which laugh or if any of my laughs are fake or not. So it's like, huh, you know, just a huh. I don't know anymore. Okay, so let's actually start doing our smart things. Smart thing number 1. I need cobblestone. What am I doing wasting my time? Cobblestone. Give me all of those. Give me 3 pickaxes. Why is that all the way back there? That's gross. Cobblestone. Was Weird Name here last night? I don't think Weird Name was here last night. Yeah, there was someone here, but it wasn't Weird Name. Like this. Pretty sure the mine shaft is that way, but I don't care. I mean, worst case scenario, I can travel to the mine shaft on foot and make a base camp there. A base camp theta. A Thase camp. That was bad. You know, I've never actually watched the movie Aliens. Like, it's almost heresy, but I've never actually watched the movie Aliens. And it's such a weird thing. I've actually never watched a lot of movies, which is like... And, what was I thinking of? I was thinking about something, you know? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what to talk about, you know? Like, I keep wanting to think about zombies. I've been thinking about a lot of... You don't know what Aliens is? Oh, that hurts. I know I've never watched the darn thing, but that hurts. You know? I think that's just because you're hungry. Wanting to watch Ratatouille. Oh, this hurt. I've opened up a can of worms that are hurting me, and I don't like this. People don't know what... Some people don't know what aliens is. Like, you know, chest bursters, you know, the face... Well, it's not really face huggers, is it? It's a chest burster. It's like, you gotta know what those are, right? Aliens, the spaceship where there's an alien that gets on board because of a egg or whatever, chest burster and things, and it's a fight, and I don't know, man. It's aliens. I don't know how to describe it. But I have watched The Thing. The Thing? The Thing. I have watched The Thing. I've also watched a Thing clone where they did something very similar. Or no, it wasn't watched. I read The Thing clone. That's not what it's called. The clone starts off with a multinational group in the Antarctic, which is doing research on something, and there's this virus that shows up. And it starts to affect people and all that stuff. It's this like letter association where you take a word and you try and change it into a different word by changing, adding, and removing letters one letter at a time. And every change has to spell another word. Like cat to dog or something like that. Cat, caught, cog, dog. There you go. Cat, caught, cog, dog. Gat? Nah, gat's not a word. Granted, I don't think cog or caught like that is also a word. I'm pretty sure caught is the UHT and not COT. In fact, I don't think there's ever been a COT caught. Unless this is the caught, which spells for like you know, a linen bed, or a cot, kind of like a hammock. Yeah, kind of like a hammock, right? Well, that's a ding darn thing I gotta search up right now. Let's turn this here. I gotta search up cot. Okay, it's like a fabric bed. Got it. Good. Look at that. Simple as can be. It is a real word as well. So, I'm not stupid. I am the genius. Only a little bit though. After all, I need to be able to boast to someone. You know, I think I've said it before. The first word I officially learned how to read, to spell, not even read. I knew how to read it before, but the first word I officially learned how to spell when I had to take, I almost want to say remedial classes. I had to get taken out of, class to do extra learning because I was behind when I was in elementary school. Because of moving schools or whatever, or having bad teachers or something like that, I ended up having to take extra spelling teaching and reading practices on my own. And the first word I officially learned how to spell was bread. And it wasn't anything specific, it's just that bread stuck out, I guess. And it was just such a weird thing that was the first word I officially learned how to spell. And I always thought it was weird.
I'm having trouble making stories nowadays. I've had a very long running story. You know? I've had a very long... No. Sorry, weird name, you broke the rules. You can't work it like that. You can only change one letter or remove a letter or add a letter once at every turn. Once on every turn, so it can't go scan to ban. You would have to go scan, can, ban. Clan, man, or clan. Why'd you even go to man? What? I don't... Were you trying to make it rhyme? Was this meant... Were you thinking it was a rhyming challenge? I mean, like, scan, can... ban... bean... Yeah, bean. So, like, scan... can... ban... bean... began... There you go, like that. Perfect. I solved it for ya. Your little pea brain couldn't solve it, so I solved it. I'm kidding. I still couldn't solve it though, so I solved it for ya. And what was I thinking about? I was thinking about how I can't write stories anymore. Because it's not writer's block or anything like that. I like to progress along the same path with a certain character. They had started off in one story. For some reason or another, I wanted to carry them through, so I made a reason to carry them through, which was they were become the toy of 5 roaming gods, because of course, and whatever, and I've made them incrementally stronger, and now I've made them too strong. I can't kill them, I can't even weaken them because they're too strong. If they ever want to break the confines of the story, it's broken, you know? Snap of the fingers and it's broken. It's kind of funny, kind of sad. I have 3 cats actually, so I would hope that I like them. It would be a very big shame if I didn't. But it's very annoying to write a story like that. You know? It's a very deep tunnel. How deep that tunnel is. I can't even see the stars. Ah, no worries. Hopefully everything goes smoothly for you. Thanks for dropping by, Moon. Ooh, Balloon. I'm definitely just gonna keep calling you Moon at this point, because I know myself. Never change. I don't change for anyone. Let alone someone like me. I don't know. I have a really hard time change. I don't like change. You know? Granted, I know I'm not the only person that doesn't like change. I have a really hard time getting over change. Although, apparently it's not as hard as I expected. I went through a period in my life where I was not settled in any one spot. I was rapidly moving around my general area, and you'd think I would have had a much harder time than I did. And I would have thought I would have had a lot harder time than I did, but somehow I made it through mentally more sound than people who shouldn't have been breaking down. You know? Like, maybe it's because I internalized my suffering, or maybe I ended up having, you know, quiet depression that even I didn't realize. Hey, Pissy! Okay, well, goodbye, Pissy. Okay. I'll believe you this time. Only this time, though. Next time, I'm gonna have to kill your family. I'll just go full Duolingo on you. Where am I pointing? West? I don't think this is gonna lead me to anything. Yeah. Anything, as I expected. Nice. Oh well, at least we got Lapis now. I am not angry at getting some Lapis down here. And, yeah. Maybe I had internalized my sadness or pain or something like that. And I just didn't realize it. Personally, I think I just didn't. Well, I mean, it was also during a time when I was, like, super antisocial, right? So maybe I didn't recognize how much it was affecting me because I was just too blasé and in my own world. Maybe that's why I spent so much time playing Roblox when I should have been doing schoolwork. You know? Because that was during the era that I was playing Roblox instead of doing schoolwork. Like a smart kid. Like a smart child, you know? Yeah, you know. You know. I was the intelligent one. At least I like to tell myself that. It definitely makes myself sound good. Sound better. I think it's supposed to go back to Deep Slate when I go into Zero. So we'll... Hey, no worries. Thanks for dropping by. Let's see. What was I thinking about? I was thinking about, sadness. Yes, sadness. Very, very key factor in my life, apparently. I don't know. Honestly, judging by where I am now, clearly it didn't hit me too hard. Either that or I'm a stronger fighter than I expected. And you know what? Being a good fighter is a good thing. Especially, I don't know. I keep thinking about zombies though. Zombies are such a great medium to flex my creativity, in my opinion. You know? Because they are a bit overused, you know, not gonna lie, zombies are, they're overused all the way up the wazoo. No one's gonna doubt that. But I like zombies because, what's it called? It allows me to play a part in the story. I like building my stories with zombies. I like entering my stories with myself, you know, self-inserts. And a lot of the stories that I could self-insert, I end up mixing myself up with my very overpowered character. Because the original premise of my very overpowered character was that they were me. You know? It started off with me being sent into the Pokemon world for no reason, just purely by accident, and then it continued from there. It got excessively more and more and more. You know? Just got more and more and more and more until eventually I just made them pretty much a literal god, but not quite a god because they hate the gods, and so they are still a mortal who contains the powers of a god. Kind of like Sun Wukong or the Monkey King, you know? From what I remember correctly, they're meant to be a very powerful being that has, you know, the heavenly demon. They've reached the realm of gods, but they have not stepped foot directly in it, kind of thing. That's the kind of person that they are. They've already reached the realm, but they willingly keep their feet firmly planted outside of it. And I built reasons for that, you know. When I'm building my stories, I like to put reason and logic into a lot of actions. Like, I find in my stories, I set up the premise of the world repeats, but with slightly different fractals, you know, different forms. You know, creation starts over at 0, and everything's supposed to be sucked within the point of creation, and then started over again from 0. But what happens is that the gods who have transcended, unless they're super strong, also get erased, and then they're reborn, I guess you could say. Because the gods are meant to be the embodiments of law, and if everything is down to a point of chaos, there is no law. You know? It would be the same for the non-gods you'd expect, but because they're not locked and their powers are not linked to law necessarily, people like Sun Wukong are able to survive the 0 point, which I'm calling it, and live into the next creation of the universe. And of course, that's what I've done with my character as well, to the point where they can pretty much just sleep through it, because they're old. Like, really old. Like, hundreds of thousands of zeros old. And I don't know why I do that, you know? Don't know if it's good storytelling or bad storytelling that I'm doing that. I realize I don't have any thingamabobs. Whatever they're called, torches. Nice, nice. Therefore, I need you all to be tossed out for a second. Need to get this. Did I pick up any coal on my way down? Hopefully. I have some, so. Nice. I'm gonna have to use some of this stone to make stairs. Nice. That's gonna be clean now. That, and now everything is hunky-dory. Now all the stones are there, all the ores. All that good stuff. But yeah, zombie stories are very easy to insert yourself into, right? Because what do? You know? All you need to do is think about your real reactions as in a zombie apocalypse. And mine, I guess it depends on how sudden and, you know, how sudden the apocalypse happens, right? If I'm able to get kind of a hint beforehand before it all hits the fan, I'm pretty sure I'm capable of being able to do rational thought. But if I was there when shit hit the fan and, you know, everything is coming crashing down, I don't have confidence that I would be able to stay calm. And that is my thoughts on that. I don't think I would be able to stay calm. There we go. Start off like that. This will go. What? Yeah, just use all the. Say, we'll go up once for now. That is a very deep hole. This is a very deep well that I've created. I'm going to definitely need stairs at the end of this. I'm also going to definitely need, what's it called? A rail cart. If for nothing else than to put resources up top. I'm gonna have to like build a rail cart with like a undocking station or whatever. You know, make it all pretty clean and smooth and all that good stuff. Sleep for a little while, you know? Get the good things jilin'. So I have not played any more, what's it called? Pokemon. And that's fine. I need to play more Pokemon, but I have not played any more of it yet. This now. I have to set up proper material things. Material things. I'm thinking about the words chests. That's what I'm thinking about. I have to set up proper chests later on. Because these resources are going to definitely get in my way if I try and keep them in my inventory. The great thing is a lot of these farms are expandable, you know. Like this bamboo sugarcane farm, it's pretty expandable. And this is... I don't want to expand it too much because this is a hand farm. And hand farms are kind of annoying. There we go. Nice. You know, hand farms are great and all, but they're also very annoying. Let's see. Pumpkin, pumpkin. Pumpkin, pumpkin. We'll work on that after it's been done and dusted. There's a pit here. I want to get this down at the bottom so that we have more space to work, right? Like this, this, go that, that. Then I can make like furnaces on the sides or whatever. Let's go deep slate tile. No, deep slate tile has never let me down yet. Granted, I've never really used it yet, but that is an issue for another day. And goes far edge. Kind of weird to think of how many books I've read. I'm a bit of a pirate, you know. I like to read my books, but I'm pretty cheap, so I only read them for free when they come onto my pirate site. And as good or bad as that is, you know, I'm not actively spreading them or downloading them. I'm just pirating them. But like, what's it called? Okay, it took about a full stack to go from top to bottom. Not bad. Not bad. We'll keep this... We'll probably only make this too wide, honestly. Yeah, we'll make this too wide. Makes it easier to go up and down the stairs. don't know what I was talking about. Yes, I pirate books, and so I've been reading a lot of books in this last year. You know, I used to be an anime nerd. I used to watch anime all the time. The cringy stuff, the non-cringy stuff, you know. I thought of myself as a connoisseur. I expected myself to be able to handle it all. But I got tired after a while. Like, you know, that real kind of exhaustion that you can get from, like, doing something like that for so long. And I put it on the back burner, and I've tried to get into anime again because, you know, I don't hate anime. I like it. But oh my goodness, it's kind of cringe, you know? Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 5. That would be from here. Okay. Go one level lower. Here. 3, 4, 5. That's... I always get these kind of things wrong, so this is going to be helpful. Hopefully. It could just be very taxing because this is all deep slate. And deep slate is notoriously annoying to mine. Anyways, what was I thinking about? I was thinking about the fact that I pirate books. Yes, I pirate a lot of books. 4, 5. I think I might have gone a bit over. 1, 2. Stair to the edge. It go. Oh. Go. Nice. Yes. We'll go like this. Anyways, what was I thinking about? I was thinking about pirating books. And so I've been reading quite a lot. That was pretty much my entire point. I've been reading way too many books in this last year. And it's very interesting, very entertaining to see just how many books I've read. Yeah, I got nothing else really. Like, what do you want from me? You want excitement? You want fighting? You want stories? Go find someone else. Go find the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm the Teenage Non-Turtle Turtles. I don't know anymore. I also think that the deep slate absorbs light faster. You know, maybe it's because they're a darker color, but the shadows feel darker faster. And I don't like it. Okay. I'm going to have to go down like this by itself. Then I'll spread it to the other spots. Question is if I'll find a cave in this area. Because this entire thing was meant to find a cave, right? Sure, I've gone a bit excessive in my quest, but this entire mine shaft was meant to find a cave. Good cave that I could dig out my dreams in. At the moment, I don't think I'm going to be digging out my dreams. You know, that would hearken my guesstimate. I am not going to be digging out my dreams at the end of this day. barely even found any ores in this game yet. Looking for diamonds, definitely. So I ended up getting some blue tint glasses. You know, they're pretty simply just, shades that are meant to protect your eyes from the blue tint of TV monitors and stuff like that. So you don't have the insomnia that comes from them. Because you know what they say, blue tint light or blue tinted light damages or makes it harder for you to sleep because it suppresses melatonin production or something like that. And it's like cool, I guess. And I had them sitting on my table on my desk for like months and months and months. So these are not a new thing. And I wore them the other day, and I don't know if I like them. Because it takes a little while for my eyes to adjust. In fact, it's kind of like looking at my phone, because my phone has automatic light protection, right? I don't know what I'm hitting. That's what I was hitting. My phone has automatic light protection, or light saving things, where after like 7 o'clock or something like that, it'll turn off blue lights and turn on to like normal or yellow light or something like that. And this is what these glasses do. They hide the blue lights and they turn it on to yellow light, I guess. And it's not bad. When you first put on the glasses, it's very disorienting because it's like you're expecting blue light and it's not. The yellow light very much changes how the thing feels. That's for certain. It very much changes how everything feels. Because I put them on now. I put them on right now. I'm wearing them right now, and it's like it's odd, to say the least. It's very odd. There's two Endermen. See, I think we found a spaghetti cave. Looking at the facts, I think this is a spaghetti cave. I think that the fact that I am very invested in Minecraft, very punctuated by just how bloodshot my eyes are. Because when I'm playing games on my computer and stuff like that, I have a really bad time at not blinking. And I don't know why. Like, it's not so bad that my eyes are, like, whatever, but because I'm focused and stuff like that, my eyes are left open. I wouldn't say wide open, but definitely open. That. Oh. And so the end result is bloodshot eyes and very, very painful. Can I mark the right thing? Because I mean, like, they're all 4. That's what it was. Missed the spot. But why? ¿Por qué, mi amor? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Lo siento, uh, Enderman. I don't know. He disappeared before I could call him my friend again. Lo siento, mi amor. Mi amigo. Mi papá. Mi padre. I don't know. What you would say at a situation like that? Like, what would you call an Enderman? I mean, he's a hostile mob, obviously, but like, he's a neutral mob, and I wouldn't really call him my friend, because he's very, very willing to murder me if I even so much as give him a stink eye. And you know what? Friends can fight, but I think that takes the situation a little bit too far. You know, being very much willing to murder me should I ever look at him is a step too far, person. And with these glasses on, because I'm blinking a little bit more, and I guess that might be, my non-blinking might be stimulated by the blue light, you know. Maybe it could be my focus on the game, maybe it could be other reasons, but it's stimulated by something, right? And it hurts, man. Every time I close my eyes, I can just feel the stinging pain of regret. Regret for my actions of non-blinking. So Code Geass had a movie come out a couple months ago. About half a year ago, I think, maybe 2 years. I don't know. It was a while ago. And the movie's fine. I think I've actually talked about it before. The movie is fine. But it's also awful. You know? It 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 destroys pre-existing canon in a way where you really shouldn't have destroyed it. Because characters that were supposed to be dead were apparently alive, and the character relations are very slightly skewed, and it's just not good. You know? Just not good. It did end with a satisfying ending, but still. That might also be part of the issue between my ending debacle. Because, you know, animes do the same thing. They try and stick all of the ending points in one chapter, one episode kind of thing. But maybe it's because of the difference in media where words, you know, one chapter of anime could be worth several tens of words in, or one episode of anime is worth several chapters on, in a book, in a novel, in a manga, you know? And so, the media is also different in the two different situations. Very interesting how this area has a lot of tuff. It makes it easier to dig through this ground. My only saving grace. At least I only have to follow the path that I've already dug. I don't have to dig a brand new one. Yeah, that's not suspicious and eerie at all. I totally want to work down there. But no, because I've seen a couple anime where the ending is pretty rushed. You know? And just like books, every one of the animes needs to needs to tie up loose ends all in one episode. But maybe it's because video can display a lot more than just than words at any given point. It's able to be covered up more smoothly, you know, able to go through the motions a little more at ease. I don't know, but all I know is that anime endings can seem a lot smoother when they rush everything through one chapter or one episode compared to at the very least a novel. You know, I haven't gotten too much into manga endings. The only manga endings that I've gotten to are romance ones, and they're kind of cringe regardless. But novels, they seem to have the issue of just pushing too much information into one chapter. Overstimulation. Only it was a sensual fetish. If only. I mean, it technically is, you know. Like, one of those BDSM kind of types of fetishes, but BDSM's a weird thing. I've never tried it. I've never even really looked into it. All I know is, like, very surface level stuff. And surface level scares me, man. The surface level proves that the entire situation is not for me. I would not do well in that kind of environment. Whether I was the sub or the dom, I would be suffering. That's pretty clear. That is made very clear. Let's see. 1, 3, 4. I mean, that's iron. Iron is pretty useful. Not so much the whole diamonds that I was promised, but actually I don't even know if the lapis trick works in this new generation. I would be very surprised if it did, honestly. The lapis trick was kind of cheese. It was very cheese. I'd be very surprised if the new ore generation didn't completely mess it up. I don't remember what I was talking about. That is always fun. I got myself distracted, and now I'm back to square one. Yeah, I guess. Oh man, that is hard. That is a very hard thing to try and deal with right now. No knowledge of what I was talking about in the slightest. And that's part of my issue with streaming. You know, I have no memory of pretty much anything that happens because everything is just, you know, I'm not talking between two people, you know, myself and someone else, and so I'm not paying attention, or my attention is being very, very divided between different things, so I'm not actively remembering all that much. And it shows, obviously, you know. I can't even remember the things I was talking about like 5 minutes ago, not even 5 minutes ago. And it's not to say that my memory's gone worse and I've gotten Alzheimer's or something like that, but it's like, what can you do, right? I definitely can't remember what was said last week, the week before that, or even a month earlier. And I've had people, friends specifically, when I had friends, they've gone up to me like, they've made jokes and laughs at the things I've said, and it's like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. They'd, be like, oh yeah, it was on that one episode where you did the X. And I'm like, what episode is that? Did I make that episode? Are you sure it was me? You know? Like, are you absolutely sure it was me that made that episode? Because I don't know if I've made that episode. Nice. That is a very key importance. Okay, yeah. There we go. Had to take some damage to make sure there was no mobs coming out. Full of pumpkin seeds, bones, iron string thing, thorns. Okay. Nothing bad. Nothing bad. For a second there I was like, I don't have bread, do I? But I do have bread. Remember, bread is the first word I learned how to spell. Probably because I was a hungry heckin' child. Fat child. Would have been fat if I didn't have a good metabolism. Definitely. And I would not be surprised if I quickly became fat as I grow older. Because I'm still eating very unhealthily, lots of sugar, lots of other things, and as you get older, your metabolism slows. I learned something the other day. Today, actually. Apparently there's this, like, small set of organs which are important for designating part of your immune system so that they attack pathogens and other things like that. And it sits right above your heart, and I would guess your sternum area. And I thought that was interesting to learn. So yeah, I learned it. By chance, of course. It was a YouTube video that I was learning, that I saw by chance. Was like, oh, your immune system, you can hit everything, kind of thing. So it was pretty cool. Apparently, we have billions of different combinations, and our immune system knows them already. Something like that. It was cool, okay? Shut up. Stop judging me. I'm not your personal judge puppet. I don't need your judgment. I kinda do, but I don't need your judgment. Mr. Willard. Mr. Dabrowski. I don't need your judgment. I don't know who Mr. Dabrowski is. I've never met a Mr. Dabrowski. I just realized that I'm saying Dabrowski, like broski. Hey yo, dude, what you want? I want a broski, bruh. Oh, you mean you want a broski? I want a broski. Yeah. Fuck me. I could never get... I don't like isekais anymore. I do. Isekai is in another world. It's a... it's a specific genre of fantasy usually. And I like them, but I also hate them so much. I like them because they're good. Kind of. They're entertaining. They are the kind of power fantasy that I would love to see for myself. And they are in fact the things that got me started on my own, self-insert world, where I would take their world or another world and I'd be like, what would I do in that world? And I must tell you, most of the time it is panic. Because unless I was meeting a god or some, helper person to get me, started at the very beginning where I could be calm and calm down, if I was just suddenly dropped into another world, I would panic for the life of me. It doesn't matter how calm I am on the surface, I would be panicking. And if there was some person who, was there with me, who shouldn't be there with me, and it looks like they brought me there. Goodbye to me. I would be running away in panic and fear. And you know, a lot of people wouldn't be able to accept that. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm too strong to panic like that. I'm not a chicken. I'm not blah 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 blah. And it's like, shut the fuck up. You know? You're always you're like 2/3 the strength you are. You know, you're like 2/3 the strength you think you are. And I don't think I'm very strong, so I'm very weak. You know, it's that kind of thought process. You really think you're strong, then you're the dumbest man alive. This and this and that. That's good. Stairs. Oh, this is gonna take forever with these stone pickaxes. I'm just gonna go to the bottom instead of these stairs. I don't think I want to set up the dig out any of this with the stone pickaxe. I could dig out the regular cobblestone, but I couldn't dig out this. This place would be absolute hell to dig out. I really like the deep slate, like spruce wood. Like, if you do deep slate walls and then you have spruce wood and you leave nothing behind them, it looks really smooth because it looks like a half slab. Okay, I think I need about 20 more. Be a fair amount. Guten Tag, me mine amigos. I do have a lot of ores now. Lots of stone, lots of other things, you know? All the good stuff you ever wanted to see in one place. Dangerous things as well. Have to start putting up some torches outside. Exactly, torches. Ah, yeah, darn git. It's that kind of stuff that can really get you killed, right? Cool. I know you're just gunning to kill. There we go. Build like a very unique way in the future. There we go. Perfect. Does look a little annoying, right? So that's kind of annoying. Fault. Oh fuck, that hurt. How's it going, Green Machine? Welcome. Sorry for that sneeze. I know it's shattered eardrums. Oh, it could have even ruptured the space-time continuum. Welcome to our party. Bit quiet, but you know what? It was a cue. You know, that's the kind of sneeze it was. A cue. That's how I sneeze, because it is the most violent and it shreds my lungs. Yep. Pretty much. Man. Like, I got these tinted glasses on. They're meant to protect me from blue light so that I don't get insomnia from looking at the screens all day. And I can pull them off and on, and it's like, it feels weird to see the screens in blue light after you get used to the yellow light that is produced by the tinted glasses, and vice versa. Like when I first put it on, it's like everything was just dyed yellow, and a really gross yellow at that. Very annoying. Very annoying. So how you doing today, Green? How's it going today? Hopefully everything is going smoothly for you, you know? No heartaches, no death. I mean, death's okay. So long as it's of your enemies and not your allies. You know, you gotta have that separation, right? Right. Hey, plant. I mean, if your goal is to be a businessman, I don't think it's weird. Right? I mean, I don't see why it would be weird. Also, thank you for that follow. Because you're a manager for a streamer. Oh yeah, I mean, the idea is that knowledge is never really wasted, right? As long as you get something out of it at the end of the day, is it really wasted knowledge? It is not. Now the rest of the seeds can pretty much go to the pits of a compost bin. Good. But no, you know, going to school for anything is always useful. It's always good to have knowledge for any reason. Going to business school specifically because you're a stream manager might be a bit out of place compared to other people who want to do X and Y, but you know. A special dancer. Well, the only thought I have for a special dancer is provocative and, you know, depending on their sex, they might only be seen at bridal showers. But, I mean, if they want to get out of that life, they have so many options, and getting an education is never a bad time. Oh, that's not good. Oh. I mean, getting an education is not bad in the slightest. Thinking of taking on those, or at least overlooking these guys over here. They have some bows that I want. I don't know if I want to deal with them yet. You know, tangle with the tango. It takes two to tango and all that stuff. I don't know if I want to do that yet. I know I'll probably die. And if I mess with this guy, he will most assuredly kill me. Yes. Nice. I'm thinking about something. What am I thinking about? I'm thinking about things over there. Good. I need iron tools. An axe. Iron sword, please. That's diamond sword. Kind of useless at my current endeavor. Ah, no worries. I'm pretty content with having, pretty content at where I am. Six and one, half a dozen another. This. So it's like a drug deal. I get what you're talking about. Okay, I need to bring some wood as well. This would be a very dumb situation if I didn't. Okay. Get a second bucket. I need the second bucket to get some water. I'm going into a place that probably doesn't have water. If it does have water, well then that's perfectly fine too. Yeah, I'm fine. I can do this. I can do this. You're a sane person. Yes, I am. Thank you for noticing. I can do this task, and I can do it well. I will succeed and come back with the proof of succession. I will not let myself down. I say, knowingly, that I am going to let myself down. This could very well be the end of me. But I don't care. Dungeons are for the big boys. Well, you know what? My sneeze was very smart. Why? I do not know, but it was. But thank you. I do strive to be a cool dude. Coolioscopy. That sounds awful. Makes me think of a colonoscopy, and colonoscopies are usually... Look how dangerous this land is. You do it when the mobs aren't around. That's how. So dangerous. Look at this. Big open cave, though. Kinda weird to see pretty much the entire mine. Maybe a triple. Pretty weird to see the entire mine shaft in this kind of state. That's a lot of chains. That is a lot of chains. You know? Feels weird to not have walls everywhere. Like, it feels very weird to not be claustrophobic. Ah, yes, son of a shooter. Oh, yeah. You got me. I'll make sure it's your last getting. Yeah, heckin' get. Oh, get out of here, you darn diddler. Oh, well that's unfortunate. Great thing is I do not plan on stopping anytime soon. This is the type of dungeon that I like crawling through. Everything's all claustrophobic and close, and everything's an actual puzzle. The memory puzzle to test. Testing me. But yeah, no, I have no plans to stop. No, not in the slightest. I am... That was a ravine. That could be very dangerous. I don't like that. Might be a ravine. I have no claustrophobia. I mean, I've never tested out extreme claustrophobia. I know that I'm okay with small spaces. Like, I've never sat inside a coffin or anything like that, you know. When I was a child, I used to hide underneath my bed. It's really weird to think just how small children are. You know? It's like looking at a cat and seeing it get underneath, like, a dresser or something like that, and it's like, that dresser has like 2 inches of space that you can crawl through. How did you get your body underneath that, you stinking cat? You know, it's like, how? And when I was a kid, I used to hide underneath my bed, and that had like maybe 5 inches of clearance. And I would get my entire body underneath it. And it's so weird. Like, nowadays, sideways or not, my thick head ain't gonna be sitting underneath a bed anytime soon. Like, maybe I could get my legs underneath up until my thighs, but definitely ain't gonna be getting all the way down. Is that kind of thing, right? That is a very dangerous. I like this place. It's okay. We doing in here for? We doing in here for the good stuff. Nice, that's the good stuff. You still trying? If you didn't know how, you would still fit in a cabinet. And if you didn't know how, would you still fit in a cabinet? I don't know what that sentence is supposed to entail. I will say, okay, and leave it at that. More treasure? More treasure for me, Mister. I don't know any names, okay? No one tells me their name. Ooh, glowberries. This is going to be a big save on my resources. I didn't have a dungeon last time, so I had to make all the rail carts and all the rail lines by hand. And I must say, it is expensive. Iron is expensive, especially when you're trying to save iron, make an iron farm. Kind of a conundrum, but you know, expensive nonetheless. A lot of spiders. Is a lot. That works. That works. Got that, yeah. That is somewhat a safe option. I will save this. You never know when you need a spider spawner, right? Okay, that is a second spider spawner right there. Didn't really want to have two of them right next to each other, but I have them. But I have them. Actually, having two of them right next to each other is actually really good. It means that I can make a big old spider spawn chamber and have them both feed into it. The reptilian children that they are. Children. I don't know why I said children. That's such a weird flub of words. Children. Okay, Fortune 3, that's pretty snazzy. I do entail my enjoyment of that. Witches are evil. We already knew that, yeah. Ta, ta, ta. Ah, Jesus. Flippin' criminies. Oh my god, that spooked me. Oh my god, that spooked me. Like, I knew something like that was gonna happen, you know? I knew it, expected it. It didn't completely spook me, but it was sudden and shocking, and I didn't like it, you know? I just didn't like it. Oh my goodness. In all honesty, I should go backwards at the moment. Oh, little spider. Backwards at the I've cleaned up. That's where it came from. Never trust the roof, right? Never trust a child, never trust the roof. Okay, that's not too bad, not too bad. I can make do. Sit here for a second, you know, eat my bread. Come on, game. Get rid of that poison. Get rid of that pain. Get rid of that the heckin' evil. You need to go down this way anyways. We're up this side. That is a baby zombie. Jesus. I don't like the fact that there's a lot of zombies falling down from somewhere. Oh, it's getting increasingly more confusing. I'm still doing okay, I can still make through. In fact, is there a slime? Sort of slime. The really super dangerous thing on this area right now is the stupid heckin' skeletons. If there's a skeleton and he hits me off the side, I am donezo. No, straight donezo. No saving me. Like he tried to do right there. Okay, okay. What's that? this. Mobs just walking into my area. You know, I don't like it. Oh my goodness, where'd you shoot? Easy wench. Okay. Cool. This area is very dangerous. I should be very proud that I have any amount of survival in this land. Jesus fuck. Criminies, oh my god, I hate this. Oh my goodness, I hate this. Give me some lamps, thank you. Just like that, just like that. The problem is pretty much solved. Hopefully. Maybe. Pretty sure it won't be solved until I kill that skeleton down. Ratty ass bastard. Good, good, good. Look at that. Problem solved. Kind of. Still in a very dangerous spot, but you know, problem solved. Zombie. It's okay though. I do have bread. Bread solves the day. Here I can go up, the top. Good, good. Is important. And after all, it better be important. Spending a lot of resources on this. Looks of it, this is not overshadowed by any of the dungeons. That's important too. There's a few parts that I'm going to up, but that is another day's issues. Yes, sir. It's almost very dumb. Extreme dumb, right? Jump straight off. Since we have all this overhang, it might as well put plants up. Right? Right. Kinda. Yay, that was... This area is somewhat safe, and I am happy about that. Could definitely make it a bit safer. Probably make it a bit safer. especially after what has happened. I do not want to deal with the things again. I think they've definitely made this new game, this new version of it, more dangerous. I would have to say that they have done that. That shows off a little bit of blockage, and everything else so far is pretty hunky-dory. There are a bunch of glow squid pretty happy about. They're cool. Baby zombie, okay. Hopefully that'll be enough to deter a few extra people. Clearly it's not enough, but hopefully it'll be just enough. I can't wait for these glow berries to grow. You know, this will become a new home away from home with all these glow berries up and running. This place looks so chaotic, man. There's mobs everywhere. That's a lot of zombies, man. Mobs everywhere. I don't even have a roof. There is going to be a creeper that comes down here at some point. I know that. I can tell because I have a sixth sense. There's multiple layers in this. There's going to be a creeper that falls on me and kills me. Or if it doesn't kill me, I'm going to end up falling to my death because it's going to blow up the floor. And I shouldn't be pessimistic like that, but I am. Because I am a realist. Realism is very extreme pessimism. Very stringent, very proper. That is what realism is. All I know is that there's a spider in there. There's multiple spiders in there. I'm afraid of opening up this can of worms, because if I open up the can of worms too far, it is going to spill out onto me. You know, that is the type of worms we're dealing with. They are definitely going to spill onto me. What do we find in this place? Well, we found zombie spawner and some spider spawners. That's it. Dangerous. That's unexplored. I don't even know where the zombie spawner is, okay? Goes on this floor somewhere. Unexplored. Goes back this way. You can find it by following the Trail of Sadness. Almost. Guess not. A lot more webs up here than I was expecting. No. Just a heck of a lot more than I was expecting. I am getting shoulder cramps. I've been leaning forwards for way too long. And that has been aggravating my body. Oh well, I'm still alive. I'm still here. Okay, there we go. We lit up some of this area up here. We're gonna need a lot more torches to light it all up. Look at how much area there is. If I want to light it all up, it'll be imperative for my safety of down there, you know. With all this dark spot, it's gonna all spawn mobs anytime. Luckily, it seems like there's a lot of water down there. Like if I were to fall right here, I'd be safe. Roughly. Fall right down here, I could be safe depending on where I fell. Like, we're lucky that this area has a lot of water to protect me from accidental falls from arrows. I'd die here. Right there. But either way, we're going to make our way back to the light, the protection of our area. It is not our time to be required in this endeavor. What does that mean? I do not know. Red goose. You know what? This is all we're gonna have time for today. We made it another several days. We made it a good amount. The only thing that could hurt me now is bad luck and my own stupidity, and I have a lot of those. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming and watching and joining us today. You liked what you saw. How about you take some out some mind? If you didn't, then oh well. Thank you so much, and have a great night.